So this story comes from Louisiana. It's about the Lafayette interim police chief who was appealing his firing. And that hearing is set to move forward with the Civil Service Board. So Wayne Griffin is one of many Lafayette police chiefs who were terminated for various reasons, or were forced to resign or forced to retire. It is a quite troublesome pattern with this particular department. And there are some things that I'm going to say in this video that you're not going to hear on other channels, because many other channels don't cover this department in cases like this on the regular, but I do. So let's get into the story. And so back in October, Wayne Griffin was fired because there was an investigation that found that he had some inappropriate conduct and also had harassed a woman. And so in a rather unexpected move, the Lafayette Municipal Fire and Police Civil Service Board has agreed to hear his appeal of his firing. And mind you, Griffin was originally named the interim police chief back on October the 7th of last year, and he was replacing the ousted Chief Thomas Glover. And that would mean that Griffin was on the job for just 2 weeks before he was placed on leave. And he was demoted to sergeant and later fired in January. And since bad cops stick together, the former chief, who is Thomas Glover, who came before Wayne Griffin, showed up to a hearing on Wednesday to challenge the handling of his firing before the board. And through all this whole mess, mind you, this is LPD's 6th leader under current city leadership. That is unreal. That is unreal. I mean, look at this unbelievable mess you have at this department. Listen, it works just like the military. If I look at your leadership and they are jacked up, or they are screwed up, or they are all ate up, well, that's military jargon. If they're ate up, it means that they're not doing their job, or they're unprofessional, or they're jacked up. If any of that is the case, then I'm going to look at every officer underneath you as the exact same thing, because as leadership, you set the example. You are the example. And so this goes back to what I always say. There are no good cops when bad cops run the show. That's just a fact, baby. I mean, look at this story. It's kind of hard to argue at this point, isn't it? When you can't keep a police chief to save y'all life at freaking Lafayette, I mean, you have to concede, right? There's a problem, and maybe keeping cops around just won't fix it, because you can't fix something that is perpetually broke.